Universe. My name is Ricky, finalist to represent the Netherlands for Miss Universe 2023. I hope y'all had a wonderful Pride Month. For this Pride Month, Miss Universe asked us to describe ourselves in one word. The word I'm choosing is victory. Because as a little boy, I conquered all the things that came through my path. And look at me now, standing here as a strong, empowering, and confident trans woman. Love is love. Be who you want to be. And never forget, always celebrate your pride.
So there you go, guys. You heard it for yourselves. So our second story relates to this individual that we've just watched now, who officially won last week, I believe, won Miss Netherlands. So again, this is a biological male who has transitioned to a female, or thinks at least that they've transitioned into a female, and wants to identify as a woman now. Now, I have a lot of things I need to say that will not be politically correct. Okay, so let me warn you about that right from the get-go. And here is the primary issue that I have with these people. And I think, but before we do that, let's read a little bit more about what the mainstream media has been saying about this person in the first place. Okay, so a trans woman is crowned Miss Netherlands for the first time. So Ricky Valerie Coley, I guess, 22, represent the Netherlands at the 72nd annual Miss Universe pageant in El Salvador later this year. Miss so Ricky Valerie Ricky, well, I don't know, can still hardly believe they won her country's annual pageant. Ricky spent all day on Saturday preparing for and enjoying every moment of the ceremony that night, which was attended by the reigning Miss Universe, the American R. Bonnie Gabriel. I suppose that's the lady there. The show, which started at 8 p.m., flew by, and 2.5 hours later, I was Miss Netherlands. Okay, said in a phone interview on Tuesday, adding that her victory had finally sunk in. Anyways, I can't even keep going on with reading this because of the way they've just they've represented this. This is a biological male, so I'm sorry, I'm going to use those stupid preferred pronouns. And here is why. So, what a lot of people don't know, and the reason why I personally object, is because I don't see how anybody identifying with anything is actually a reflection of reality. Why am I saying it? I am saying it is because let's take a woman. A woman, like several women in my own family who have battled infertility for years, who have spent countless nights crying because they wanted to fall pregnant and they cannot do that. Countless of them have had miscarriages. And let me tell you, they will give anything to identify as fertile, but they can't. Why does this person get to identify? And not only he gets to identify as that, but then he demands that he alone must identify as that, and that we have to buy into this delusion. Those women in my family, in my entourage, who have gone through that, being prodded, by going to these visits with the doctor, trying to find out what is wrong, and then being told there's nothing modern medicine can do for them. Those people, these women, cry themselves to sleep at night all the time, and they cannot identify as anything other than what they are, meaning that they cannot physically, biologically, physiologically produce an offspring. They cannot do what their body was designed to do in the first place. Those women still wake up every morning with the weight of the world on their shoulders, knowing that it's going to be a disappointment again, that their dreams are probably never going to come. But this man, because it is what he is, he gets to identify, and then he gets to tell you that this is what he is. And then we have to fall in line. We have to continue with this delusion. This is the problem that I have. And so, yeah, even YouTube, if you listen to this is the problem that I have. And we have this problem because you people continue this delusion. And I don't know who is it that you're helping. I really don't know who it is that you're helping. We don't mean any harm, sorry. We don't mean any harm to this individual. They can do whatever it is that they want. But what we are saying is that we are not going to change reality to fit their feelings. That's not going to happen. There's never going to be any sponsorship deals for these women that I'm talking about, and for the million more from around the world who are facing the same issue, or even the ones who do eventually get pregnant and then have to carry those kids for 9 months, deliver them through incredible pain, when this pregnancy will cause you know permanent changes to their bodies. And yet none of them will claim that they identify as anything because this is the quote unquote, this is who they are. They will never do that. It is laughable. A woman who has had 5 kids and has seen her body change profoundly is not going to wake up and say, well, I identify as a person who never had those things because I don't like what I look like. I have this body dysmorphia or whatever it is. They won't get to do that. They will have to live within the boundaries of reality of what their bodies look like at that point, or what they cannot have. Why does this individual get to decide and then get to force those reality on the rest of us? That is the fundamental problem. And that's why there's never as long as these people in my life they can't choose to foolishly identify as anything. They can't. They're never going to wake up one morning and say, oh, yes, I identify as a mother now. No, they cannot identify as anything. He doesn't get to decide what the rest of us will say either. So that is the bottom line. We will not bow down, we will not say anything, and we will continue to reject what is being sold to us as if this was the ultimate. This is insanity. And this is why we need to stop this nonsense of identifying. People who are short cannot identify as tall. They don't get to do that. So this is the position, and that's why I believe that this is serious. And none of these so-called feminists these days even question that. Why can you not question that? These people are taking your spots in sport, in beauty pageants, at university level. Why are you defending these people? Things like Title 9 of the Civil Rights in America was designed to protect women. What are you all doing? Why are you not speaking up? Why are you not saying enough is enough? We will not going to sit ground to people who are determined to take our spots. What have you seen a biological female win any competition in the men's section? That's never going to happen. So this is why even YouTube, please know, I will never stop talking about that because this hit home. This is very close to home. And you people need to stop pretending that reality is not no reality is not reality anymore. Stop pretending that. So that's why I will never accept this thing. That's why I will never say call or use these stupid pronouns nonsense that people want them to use. We will never do that. We reject these ideas fundamentally. And we will never bow down, and we will never stop we will never stop and therefore use language that is not our own, that is not recognized, that is not natural. We will not do that. Get used to it. We will not sacrifice objectivity, rationality on the altar of wokeness. That is not going to happen. We can tell you that flat out right now. So that's my reaction. And I am sick and tired of people like him coming and taking over what many women have worked for their entire lives because some idiot like that exists in the world. So um yeah, so I just won't accept any of this nonsense. And I don't mean that people needs to be mean to this person. I'm just saying that it is insane that we live in this world.